I just wanted to say that I'm very excited for this Oxbow experience. This is the first artist residency that I'm going to. I'm very nervous, but I'm very excited. I have basically everything on my materials supply list, but I just need to get some like personal stuff. Whoa! I loved the atmosphere of the campus. Oxbow is nestled in the woods, literally, and it's a great place to escape the world and just focus on creating artwork. You could tell artists lived there as well, not just by the very obvious studio spaces around the campus, but also by the sheer amount of random art on the ground, walls, trees, in the air. You get the idea? I stayed in a cabin called the White House with 6 other students, all coming from different places. SAIC, RISD, a school in California. I also met someone who went to a place in St. Louis in a different class. This place really brings people together from all over the country. It's a really wonderful place to find inspiration. I took an intensive painting course focusing on watercolor and gouache. Surprisingly, 4 of my housemates were in the same class. We were in the studio Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. with a 1-hour lunch break from 12 to 1. After eating dinner from 6 to 7 p.m., I would actually go back to the studio until around 10 p.m., so I was painting a lot. Friday was a little different. We only painted from 10 to 11:30 a.m. before starting critiques, which we continued after lunch until around 1:30 p.m. At 4 p.m., there was a campus-wide studio crawl, so we got to see what everyone else had been working on for the past week, from printing on textiles, wet plate photography, and glass blowing. There's a lot more, but I can't exactly list all of them off the top of my head. To be completely honest, I was in a totally different headspace when I went to Oxbow. I was a little irritated, but rather than being miserable by just sitting around in that negative headspace, I tried to focus on my art as much as I could, and I'm thankful that I did. I think going to Oxbow completely reframed my mindset with my own art. Whenever I look back on my works, I never really see the substance that I want out of what I create. So I'm trying to turn things around. My class at first primarily focused on plein air, but I really wanted to go in a more illustrative route, and I'm glad that my instructor allowed me to. I really got to play with watercolor, and it was really fun. Watercolor is not my bane of existence anymore. I really recommend attending an artist residency once in your career, if possible. They're kind of pricey, but there are ones that provide stipends, so really do your research if you want to try. I think the amount of work you could accomplish in that dedicated time and space for art is really incredible. And if you do end up going to an artist residency, please share. You can always comment on this video, regardless of how far ahead it is in the future. If you're watching this, I really do hope that you share your experience with me. And thank you for listening.